The driver opened the cage holding the orangutan and ordered it to help push the truck from behind. The orangutan used all its strength, but the truck wouldn't budge. The driver cursed loudly, accusing the orangutan of being lazy. However, the orangutan sensed something was wrong. It quickly ran to the cab to investigate and discovered that the careless driver had forgotten to release the handbrake. Though furious, the orangutan didn't want to waste time arguing with this fool. The truck finally began moving forward slowly. When the orangutan had managed to push the vehicle to the bottom of the slope, the truck suddenly picked up speed, leaving the orangutan far behind. The orangutan roared frantically, but the driver had already forgotten about it. Just when the orangutan thought it was about to be abandoned, a man riding a bicycle caught its attention. The orangutan immediately hopped on the bicycle and frantically chased after the speeding truck. This scene left nearby drivers utterly shocked. Suddenly, the bicycle's brakes failed and it crashed straight into a slowing truck ahead. The truck had abruptly decelerated due to a sudden tire blowout. After the driver managed to steady the truck, he quickly grabbed a pile of repair tools from the cab, but completely overlooked the jack beside him. The driver worked with a steel bar until he was drenched in sweat. 2.5 hours passed, and he hadn't managed to remove a single bolt. The gorilla in the cage is very helpless, waving its arms to signal that it could help. The driver reluctantly let the orangutan out to give it a try. The orangutan picked up the jack and began repairs. Only then did the driver understand what the jack was for. Before long, the orangutan had easily removed the blown tire and successfully installed a new one. The orangutan thought the rest of the journey would be smooth sailing, but trouble struck again. The truck's fuel tank was running on empty, which made the orangutan extremely anxious. Fortunately, there was a gas station nearby. After filling up the tank, the driver discovered he only had $1 on him. He tried to negotiate credit with the owner, promising to pay later, but the owner refused, demanding immediate payment or he would call the police. The orangutan became frantic upon hearing this. At their wits' end, the driver spotted someone performing with a monkey on the roadside. The driver immediately consulted with the orangutan to help this foolish human. The orangutan reluctantly agreed to perform a dance routine with the driver. The effect was surprisingly good. The surrounding audience applauded and cheered enthusiastically. They earned plenty of money, enough to pay for both the gas and lunch. While the driver was eating lunch, a circus owner handed him a business card, offering to buy the orangutan for a huge sum. The driver declined his offer. The owner wouldn't give up. When no one was looking, he tried to lure the orangutan with a banana. What he didn't know was that bananas were the orangutan's most hated food. At that moment, the owner noticed the truck keys were still in the ignition and immediately drove off with the vehicle.